Welcome to Blended Healing. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use.
A person who is spiritually gifted, like prophetically they can see, won't say nothing about what they picked up on. Those are the type of people who have wisdom and understanding. They will move themselves completely. They would separate themselves. Because whatever they picked up, they either seen it in a dream, they feel it, God has told them because they have discernment. Y'all got to stop playing with these people and playing with them, because they know when your intentions aren't right. They may not say nothing. They may not act indifferent towards you. They may not act mean towards you. But those are the people that can pick up on spirits. They know when something's off. They know when somebody don't like them. And if I'm the type of person, if I know you don't like me, I'm not going to put myself in your presence. Be careful of those who can prophetically see, prophetically sense and feel, and have wisdom. Because if I sense and feel something, and your intentions aren't right, and your motives are wicked, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna act indifferent. I'm going to go. I'm going to remove myself. I have seen beyond your flesh. I see your spirit. Y'all better stop playing with these prophetic people that got a relationship with God. Stop playing with people that see, because God will show them in a dream, in a vision. God will tell them. Y'all better stop playing with God chosen people.
Maya Angelou was onto something when she told you, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Let's talk about it. There are times when in our life, a person is going to show you their true colors. It's going to come out one way or the other because we all wear masks. But there are times when our guards are dropped and it comes out. So there are specific situations in a person's life, right, when their real character is brought to light. And they show you when the pretense is gone. The mask was inadvertently knocked off. And then it reveals the person that's beneath. You see, life is not always a smooth road. We already know that. We going through so many ups and downs, like we on a proverbial roller coaster every day. I mean, from moment to moment, it's like that right now. And during these trying times, right, in the moments of adversity, a person's true character is going to come out. How they react to stress, disappointment, or loss can say a lot about who we are at our core. And it's easy to be kind or considerate when things are going good. But when shit gets like crazy, that's when the real you's going to step forward. I want you to pay attention to how somebody behaves during a crisis or even a setback. And that's going to give you a glimpse into their true colors. But remember, we all have bad days. But if this is something that's consistent, then you need to strap on. And that's what you should be looking for and looking out for. You feel me? And another thing is that power struggle shit, because power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely. Remember hearing that before? Because when somebody gets in a position of power or authority, it reveals their true nature because they are so heady with it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they can change based upon them either getting a promotion or being put into the place of power, and they get all power hungry and shit like that, and then they act accordingly. And then you start pointing your finger and you look, and you're like, all right, it's been there the whole time. I know that we can get caught off guard when we see that, but in today's age, it's a surprise sometimes, but it's disappointing because you see the real, true human nature, that unveiled side of them that you hadn't seen before. If people tell you who they are, believe 'em. Even when you're watching in a bird's eye view and watch how people treat other people who can't do anything for themselves in return, right? People who are kind to those who cannot even give it back are generally more empathetic and have a higher emotional intelligence. Watch how somebody interacts when it comes to, like, say, for instance, you go to a place of service and somebody's serving you, right? And how you treat people who you think are below you. Watch how they do that. Because when you see them do that and you see how they interact disrespectfully, trust and believe that's them. You just caught a moment. You just caught a moment. And now you can see what that's going to be like in advance. But I'm going to tell you this, shut the fuck up. Let people keep showing you how they are. Let people keep showing you who they are. Because when it comes back around again, you'll be able to notice that and pick up on that shit like that and be like, I don't want nothing to do with that. Wait, hold up. You know what else is crazy? What about in competition when they're competitive? And that can bring out sometimes the best or the worst in people. Some of them even crumble under pressure, revealing their insecurity. And some other people just resort to un some old ugly conduct just for the sake of winning, to say they got one up on you. I hate that shit. I hate hearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to toot your horn to a point, but when you're in competition and then you listen to this bullshit, it's like, yo, like, humble thyself. It's cool and everything. You winning, good, good. But when you constantly hear that shit, I don't know about you, but that's like a major turnoff to me, man. It'd be like, oh, you talking about that shit again? Like, for real, for real? Like, okay, this ain't 1979. This is like 2024. I'm glad you won. Can you do it again? Can you do it again? But when they see you coming out with something, you know what I'm saying, then they got to be one up on you. Knowing that bank account you turning out pockets, man. And shit is all nothing but crumbs coming out of them pockets. But you feel as though you got to do that. That's showing you their character. They're demonstrating to you the value of their integrity. They're showing you their integrity. I'm a big proponent on integrity because you got to stand on something. Humble yourself. But when people show you that, believe them. Believe them. Observe that behavior. You ain't got to say a whole lot. Just put a check mark in your brain, man. Be like, yo, I'm not dealing with that. What about if there's something unexpected that happens, right? Because life is life in right now, right? Sometimes unexpected changes happen and it can bring out a different side to people that they probably didn't even know that existed. Or maybe, people are a little bit more self aware than they let on. You know what I'm saying? But if that anxiety and that uncertainty and, you know what I'm saying, keeps happening over time, over time, over time, over time, yo, if they don't handle that, all it does is snowball into something else. They may even lash out at you because something's changing in their life because they can't adapt to it. They're not showing any resilience. They're not showing any attitude going forward. They being stuck. And that shit just happens over and over and over again. When I see shit like that, I always say, it ain't everybody else. If the same results happen with people over and over and over again with different people, right? It ain't the other people, yo. It's you. It's you. People ain't changing like that around you. You got to see who the common denominator is sometimes. And sometimes you got to check yourself. But people will learn you. People will learn you. The mask is going to fall off, man. The mask fall off. And then during the times of vulnerability, that's when a person's true colors do come out. But they often shine through the adversity and they shine bright. Whether it's a loss of a loved one, heartbreak, personal failure, situations that could strip away any pretense, and then you see them in their rawest form. That could be good or bad. It depends upon the person. But if you truly want to understand them, watch them in their moments of vulnerability. And then you can see if their strength and their courage and their authentic self comes out. I want you to know it's important to remember that in different situations, sometimes it's a test of somebody's character. It's just opportunities for you to observe and understand more about people. You feel me? We get impacted every day and we see transformation of each other in so many different ways. And by watching and observing, sometimes you got to shut your mouth and just listen and observe and see where people are coming from because fake people can't be fake for long. They can't keep up that pretense for a long time. The true them gonna come out. And it's better for you to understand those true colors, but it also can give you a reflection of your own. I just want you to be aware of that because, like I said, when somebody shows you who they truly are, believe them the first time. Dr. Maya Angelou said that. And that is one of the hardest life lessons that you'll probably ever learn. But it's really good advice when somebody really shows you and tells you who they are. Take them at their word. If somebody that you with cheats on you, see it. When someone you love quits school or anything else because it's not the right for direction for them, hear 'em. When someone tells you that they have nothing left to give, believe them. People know themselves far better than you know them. I ain't saying that people can't change down the road or they don't deserve a second chance, but it does mean that they are saying, this is who I am right now. And you can't expect them to be somebody else. You feel me? It's a place of empowerment when you can show people and tell people who you truly are. And when you look at someone for who they are and not who you want them to be, you can decide if it's something healthy or unhealthy that forces inside of your life. You deserve to have healthy surroundings. And if someone tells you over and over and over again, I love you, but I'm not healthy, you're going to have to make some decisions. People can change and they can be what you envision for them despite the red flags. But they will not change for you. They'll do the change for themselves. You feel me? They're not going to change within your time frame. And you both have lives to live. Whether you think it's the right thing or not, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt that if things change, go and live your life. If that person, I don't care if it's a friend, family member, or somebody that you really love wants to be in your life, they're going to find the will to do the things that they have to do in order to qualify for your definition of healthy. That's an important life lesson. More so important for them and not for you. And if you find that your life has moved into a space that doesn't include them any longer, wish them well. And if you come back together and find that y'all are, gelling, then invite them back in and continue the relationship. But it's your path. But it's your path to navigate. Sometimes you end up falling in love with people that you would never imagine that you would. And you think that it's a perfect storm. But then all of a sudden you realize that they got other people on the side, or like I said, on the shelf, break glass in case of emergency or not. You know what I'm saying? So you end up waiting and waiting and shit. Live your life. Then they come back and they try to talk to you and whisper about the future that you gonna have, and you know, while not really paying attention at all. Yo, man, There's going to be things in your life that's going to break your heart. But it's your choice, it's your walk. You have to decide whether or not you want to be in it or not. But when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Because you probably already knew what the hell was going on, but you chose to turn a blind eye just for the sake of whatever reason that you had. When somebody shows you that they're selfish and that they only care about themselves, they ain't in a place where you are out right now. That shit ain't healthy. You gotta let them scales drop from your eyes until you get yourself into a place where you can deal with it without going through the emotional roller coaster of it. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta completely remove yourself out of the situation and avoid being in places that keep triggering you. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. I've learned that lesson, and it was the best lesson that I have ever learned. And it taught me so much about myself that I'm a person that needs time and space. And once I can do time and space with you, then I can put you in a whole nother category and deal with you accordingly. And that's where you need to be when people show you who they truly are. You don't have to be perfect to navigate through some of the shit that life throws at you. But what you truly should know is sometimes you just need to shut up and watch people because they'll learn you. They're going to learn you. There's going to be, sometimes you got to stand on your own values and appreciate what you believe in and stand 10 toes down in your shit. Practice some discernment. It'll save you a whole lot. And I know that you probably saying, yeah, this chick don't know what the hell she talking about, man. Or I'm already in it and I already know what I want and I don't care about this and I don't care about that. Yeah, people will learn you, man. I'm telling you, people will learn you. People will learn you. You got to learn how to be your own person. You got to learn that. You got to believe people when they show you who they are. And then you make the decision if you're gonna be with that or not. Or if you're gonna go help or not. Or if it's gonna, help you to keep moving forward or not. You gotta go with your instincts. Go with your intuition. Because that is truly your best friend. Your intuition. There's a quote, look for the lessons from the bad times. It is from them that we learn the most. That quote is by Alli Doubek. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Do it as you will. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing. I ain't get to this age for nothing. I don't know no. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? But I thank the divine for dropping this in at this time, because the council and the divine has been dropping some really good messages lately. Well, like all the time, but it depends upon when it comes out, because it's always timely when it comes out, being that I record so far out, you know. And hopefully the day that it comes out is a day that you're ready to receive. I've learned so much just to be open to spirit and the divine and to the council. They have taught me so much. They taught me so much. And a lot of it was very painful. But I had to take that and attribute that to growth. Because I've learned a lesson, and everything in life is a lesson. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it's always a lesson. So when shit pops off, ask yourself, what's the lesson? Because there's always one. I want to thank you for coming by Blended Healing on today. Be well, stay safe, Ashe, and deep bow to each and every one of you. And I shall see you all very, very soon.
2002 Toyota. Pray to a God I forgot about. King James Bible on my mama couch. It took a little faith. I got some demons to deal with. I see red, I see red, I see red. Blood on my hands, but I'm healing. And I got my soul back. 2002 Toyota. Pray to a God I forgot about. King James Bible on my mama couch. It took a little faith. I got some demons to deal with. I see red, I see red, I see red. Blood on my hands, but I'm healing. And I got my soul back. 2002 Toyota. Pray to a God I forgot about. King James Bible on my mama couch.